hope the camera doesn't die.
Okay.
Talk.
Yes, we'll pray.
Is it started?
Yeah.
My research question is, how did the Roman auxiliary forts, Vercovicium, and infantry affect the culture of Britain and the soldiers within Vercovicium?
Could you say that at the end a little slower?
How did the Roman auxiliary forts...
Hold on. You know what? Just tell me later.
Vercovicium and infantry affect the culture of Britain and soldiers within Vercovicium. So, Housesteads is a Roman auxiliary fort in Northumberland, Britain. And it was originally constructed in AD 120 to 125, and it was built by Legio Secunda Augusta, and it was also built by expert military construction workers. They used advanced technology for the time, and they used Housesteads, the farmland, as a camp while they built Vercovicium. Housesteads itself is basically a knoll or a grassland next to the Hadrian's Wall in Vercovicium, and the purpose of Vercovicium is it was protected and defended against barbarian attacks along the east or Canag Burn, and it was originally built to hold about 800 infantry soldiers at a time. In AD 200, Septimius Severus expanded Vercovicium to hold about 1,000 infantry. The layout of Vercovicium is just like any other Roman auxiliary fort. This was the barracks, and this is Hadrian's Wall, and this is the defenses all around. They had a big wall, and then they would have like the bathhouse, and then they'd have like the eating place, the cafeteria like. And the Vercovicium had resources such as cultivation terraces, and it had quarries to use too. The Vercovicium's defenses faced east because of the barbarian attacks, which is contrasting the normal Roman auxiliary fort because their main defenses normally face north. And to get back to my question, the effects on the foreign soldiers were numerous. The Vercovicium housed infantry such as Cunius Frisorium, the first cohort of the Tungrians, and the Tungri of Gallia Belgica, or modern Belgium. Cunius Frisorium is now modern Twente in Holland, and it was a small irregular cavalry force of Frisian tribesmen from Tweehantis. Soldiers from foreign places worship many pagan gods, and you can see the inscriptions on many stone altars in front of Vercovicium itself, and they're all written in native tongues in Latin. These altars worship gods such as Jupiter with 9 altars, Mars with 7, Vehedorus, or another pagan god, with 6, Persian god Mithras, who had 3, and the Germanic god Cocydius, who had 3 too. Other gods were Hercules, Sylvanus from Latin, and different mother goddesses from different tribes. And while they were all at Vercovicium, the many different people shared ideas about religion, and they all talked about different religions and stuff. The effects on the Romans during the occupation of Britain was they created expansive networks of roads and transportation systems, and they improved the communications. They built sanitation systems, and they created the Romance language such as Spanish and French. The Germanic speakers came to the Roman auxiliary forts so they could conquer the Celts, and they wanted to aid in that because the Celts would always be enemies. There was a small village behind Vercovicium who had Romans in it, most likely Roman families or extra construction workers who worked on the fort. The barbarians raided the village in the 4th century AD, and they used bathroom technology and the same kind of architectural technology as the Romans did in Vercovicium's actual fort. But when the town was raided by the barbarians, the villagers went and lived in Vercovicium, and they converted the barracks into living quarters for the civilians.
That was like I'm gonna stop it on 5.